umuroberi umurito kabisa umuroberi bobachano boito kwani tutaraikagabo rero mambe bona kintu cyekire igando cyabutogere kindeka nki komina isano igure cinsa ibere kurende ntoranyo mono na mange tobwata tukwariganiretie amono mugani wito ase studio semambi yabono igo manyanga obochano barabwika tubukwanire last week twarenge na daktari Dafin Marita oyolo gukwanire igoro ya mangana mental wellness egoro twarigiretie muchando depression tukarigireria ngana ky'abantu bagutara abwata depression na ase amankabo yagera abandi bakora ibintu bitatakeire igo wikatona kuinyuranie kyagero bachano bwengenje mono ekyagera tokorwara ogende mirimo tokorwara ogenda andi igo wikatome kimibire itebe bya egera tonyara ko batogusuka bosyo rero neto chikurigereria mangana to kwanete one time ago egero twarigereria mangana a speech and language therapy egero munyagitali dalinga studio to kwanira mangi kurinda antorande bakatebanga nande mbamuganetie naenda kwanire abana mbaro bataramanya gukwana abana mbaro bakwana botaba abana mbaro batali kwane taraje umwana ari 5 years badaja ongea bamanye shida bibuli bina bungi bago korana nyina bantaba nembaro bagututura antaba nembaro bago text time gukwana tumanyenga igoninke michando nerene kyabantu bagonete kuerenda na kyantu bagonete gukwana burungi bano turigereria mangana menstrual hygiene murubiri no chokoreka bwango iganto yurigereria boigo na last week was a nurses week na aron turigereria nga umuchango kwabanyagitari chinas asinyagitari chitunururi ekora tokugenda ali ntutuma everybody is a doctor wono daktari mnato manyorire na chikoto tebibuja asimambia bona karibu sana robona gamba kachikoro kachinza isatone chideke meronge neiga chideke merongo 5 kitura enda abo sawa kitutaika abo na arombiye kyagana bakonyanga twagotebiria tali make genda Facebook ta TV YouTube ta TV na SMS number abagotonyora ACTV yanganchire tumwaregania muganito ase studio asemambia bonere ta TV oborabu wagusika karibu sana madam, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Mbiyande kabisa.
I'm fine.
Umerenete kara kedi twarenge na
autism awareness month.
Autism awareness month.
Yes.
Abantu bakabanya what was autism all about na yoga kwenye korasensemo ya medical. Nabona nyale koruliri tubata mashabiki ya mange by the way. Squeeze into abwata paka neighboring counties seta egere everywhere hata ukienda Migori tuko pale ukienda Kisumu
that is nice
tuko kila pale oralina bogo kwani abantu barigereria baito na endende obaligania somoro byo bataina marita umurigereria umwanchi wa kire Samarieta Divina Nyamweya into a clinical officer, speech and language pathologist. Ngo korega si Nyamira County. I also work at Oasis. Yes. All right. Nyamira County 2 weeks ago nto bato muwaziri. Mangana talenge maya Nyamira asa mangana ya nurses by the way.
Yes.
Balenge goteba mbali kwa kumisara bya mbali wakana on time nchiko chinyorire mbali kwa promotion montana antete job groups ni moji manyete oseheji mondobegeka ondondorweye otumo and area, so they were really crying but by yesterday I think they agreed to work.
Yes.
Nkiyo chikiabekebe
Maite aria sogo tiegasi.
Yes.
No korusie ndagero kwa abana no korusie school fees no korusie rent
client
ekero enyorire orocha mangana inabame
akaba mangana mai
exactly
pakarera kweli
lazima torere wale doko bate ngambia mono bali rete kiagera nabo turakonyi bona mapema
kwana nere kwa ewe moyo
alright kwa no maitenere kwa ewa.
Yes. Speaking of that, Madam Divina tutaraso asinkwa na ito yelitukulia lero. Last week was a nurses week.
Yes.
Na ene mate ntumuna toika nyagitari kaicha tuwarara yuarona uniform ahiyano munyagitari. Atujuangi ku differentiate clinic officer ni nani, nurse ni nani, ande nurse tubugete na basubati boka. Tubugete basubati na bako bachinasi. Ndoma yeti daktari ningo watabunga ganyari daktari ngochari. So we don't know. What is the difference between a doctor, a clinic officer, and a nurse? I want to answer last week, and to manage some of their duties, especially as nurses.
Doctors, you already know.
Yes. I don't want to me, I know. Yeah.
So division to what umunyagitari you doctor. A doctor went to school for 6 years plus internship, those are 7 years. And to what a clinic officer.
Yes.
I went to school 3 years plus internship, those are 4 years. To what the nurses. Nurses, they have a degree and they also have a diploma. Depending on the area, so there's a difference in timelines.
Okay.
For a degree is 4 years plus internship. And then we have the ones who do diploma when you wanafanya 3 years without internship. Yes. And
yes.
The first person who come here is clinic officer, by the way. And I'm very proud to say I need to come here mudanga say desk ya reception very registered, and now you're walking in.
No, I don't go to consultation room.
Yes.
Room 1, 2, 3.
Yes. So the first person you come here is a clinician.
Okay.
Rarely do you find a doctor in the consultation room as a first person. So when you meet me as a clinician, the first person, I will review you. If need be, I'll refer you to the doctor. And if there's no need to go to the doctor, there are times I'll send you to the nursing station. As a nursing station, this is where you'll find we do the injections, family planning, MCH services. Then to what
laboratory.
In the laboratory, you need to be sent to the lab. I'll send you to the laboratory. I also meet a lab technologist or say a lab technician. A technologist, no your correct degree. A technician, a diploma.
Okay.
Yes. Then we also have radiographers. We have radiologists and radiographer. Radiologist is someone who has done a degree. Radiographer is someone who has done a diploma. Yes. So depending how we move in one way or another, we depend on each other.
So as a clinician, ni wango chanko erasera na kinyuweto mutunga tibwakia, niwete nde kondoma. Out of those symptoms, who are suggesting a problem nero, want to move in a lab.
Now to me X-ray,
say lab. Amachiwana na kuirane.
Yes.
Wono kurabuka mayego describe or prescribe. Amalioga lingwenda tekonyo.
Yes.
Yunerega siye
a clinician.
As a doctor, what very as so senior bono further investigation or there chira
sukamotu. Yes.
Based on which onyana mongina mangana rigoro kwa mutumna segaina.
Tutarenda segaina. Sometimes ingo chatore twaruka umonyagitari katiga igatwa gutuma segaina.
Okay.
Directly. But in some situations, you will need to pass through a medical officer, then to the specialists, now the consultants.
All right.
Yes.
Tuamanyerega as clinicians na doctors. Nurses wana bako na gokonya.
I'll saying nurses mostly okubanyora wards.
Okay.
In the wards, they are the ones bako to amariogo. Na maitenga sangapi wene takonyo ryogo sangapi wene takwenda for certain tests ekiagera okonyora the number of nurses compared to these other cadres ebarabange. Yes,
they are more of caretakers na ubagora mongina notakira kwenda ira chese chekiro konyo ryogo
na ubago tabako ryogo after prescription na ubago kwa in the ward. But We also, I forgot to say Ngantuwateji, farm tech and pharmacists.
Yes.
The ones who dispense for you drugs. Those are the ones we say pharmacist and
farm tech. All right.
Yes.
Mbuya umanyete abantu abange tokona nyagitari, then tumanyete who is who. Kalija kwa romonto begete uniform. Daktari ngoni
scrubs.
That is what Bonombiya tumanyanga ki. There is a difference between a doctor, so mete miaka star, internship ni miaka 7. Wow, a lot of years. A clinician order so mete miaka ne, internship miaka 5.
No, 3, 1.
You go 4 years.
4 years.
Oh yeah. Chinas na chuwata about 3 years.
Yes.
And to buata chinas berbakat degree, berbakat diploma.
Yes.
And bona abu tuwa chengerete, because abu tuwa ndatu ko chengere because into cross ko chengera.
Yes.
Because they do great work all the time is nurses. I wanna ko abelriga. What are we enjoying from them so much? Abantu barata and nkibago chengera. Where do we have even a nurse week?
A lot. Because those guys do a lot. Yes. Sometimes we may not see what they do.
Okay.
We may not love them. Ekiagera lilioko na maternity area. Osinyugo push na baba bakogotogonyera na bako wakoro. So most of the time we do not love them. But when you deliver time, we could have a lot of mortalities. We could have a lot of maternal mortalities, a lot of infant mortalities, fetal mortalities, and they really showed us. And batawo obwatete bujya lyo konyoro omwana nabo gutanduka.
Nabo anjeja.
Onyore egenteke ekorokunga efistula.
Fistula.
So they are very important. Yes.
So and wakwanira ali sibakobera lepa. Midwives so konyala abakwenda mangao. So they are the same.
They are the same.
Oh.
In their course outline, they have midwifery.
Okay.
And they do it at length. Yes.
What are some of the challenges bago face na inde na raba kurubekana na bakeroka akini ba kurubekana ngana mamachaba they were ba kurubekana will celebrate their work they are doing or they are antonga intuni ntoko bakonya bano chinyagitari ni ntoko nyora tole left right center obaorokereria but rende na bakora maya botamera ko janga challenges mbaro nchiro roba gwetera donto chitobalgina sesi abanyane bache bache ga studio patrende singe nchino ko bagabo you see what they go through.
I think most of the challenges we underestimate them.
Yes,
we do not celebrate them every single day. And they're very important in this equation.
Yes,
because they shoulder all of us. We keep each other on track.
Yes.
And they give us, I love the way they correct you when you're going for the first time, you've gone for internship.
Yeah.
And then when you're your course, okora MCH services. I remember Karana Chete Maturia for the first time. I didn't know how to do MCH. It sounds simple. Ngane injections shoka igatoko beta umwana agende. But ekero I went and said I want to know. Na kiegokoro. By then that lady explained well. I always applaud her because she taught me how to do it. And when you're seeing a small child and you're doing so many injections on them, you have that fear. But for me, she explained it in such a way that it became simple. Ora understanding igentangeresa yes. Yes.
All right.
So it is a very good way of doing it. They have a way of explaining it in simpler way. kozeka rokorgeria yo maite okotanga but you do this and this lakini rende when they explained it now practically it becomes very
ngororo komanya ya mono sana tutigera basamangana ringite nurses dushitubarigie wiki erebusyo so that they come here nyore babiri batatu barato tebina kibao kora bachenjani botuko bakora they are doing really a lot and we continue celebrating them una the nurses nto gotiga totanga ni wiki iyo kana wana nto ba celebrate they are really doing very good work amangana a speech and language wantomba ntebetinga patetina ende ko inyora ko sebane mbabu atete to chagete this program na eritangani so that's the reason why tatenga ende tragel divina ara to tebia mostly abibuli mbaro bali affected na abana abake bali kumbolinga abana bake mugoshurukira boka osene bigoli byonse baka bantabana neyo tutamjibu badai. Let's understand speech and language therapy. What is that?
Ogokwana yebeka in a simpler way. Ogokwana mnada tena sipo bando cha ogokwana kuso ogokwana koli ogokwana na ndo make sense. Yes. Mate when I was joining speech na mate no ogokwana the normal way we communicate. But ekero tekera say foundinga speech and language tari ogokwana woka ogokwana oko lazima ko make sense ogokwana oko lazima go communicate to the other person ogokwana oko lazima go tware oko receive no ko give.
Yes,
there has to be that kind of way of communicating and giving ideas.
Yes.
Then speech nebwate okomera no kore under speech and language na kyokomere ndagira ekiagero sikorikiri muno muntu bwate stroke ukonyoro ulemba bwate weakness of one side it means ekero bwate weakness of this one side even your swallowing system weak on that side so you have to teach this person na kyakomere ndagira so that they mochok ositanyora aspiration. Then ntobwate fluency influencing community ogotutura abana bari bagotutura gusa abantu bari abanene bagotutura that is also speech. Ntobwate voice disorders igege karori kubali akorire wakororire mbaka eriyogiri asira okomonya.
Yes,
that is also speech. Igo egento ke koro speech negento ekegare negento ke bwate a lot in it to oko ekero ko gwekwanera lazima oyinikiride bintu byonse
whatever fluence na kero rigega by the way so muntu buno how do you help them? Because I believe this is something that came natural. Nature like that. This fluence
normally it is of a known cause and what happens with stammering with the mental blocks okonyora riri muntu akorengereria gento riria gukwana ikaba ase okira because atware a mental block. What we normally say, nandakonyara these people babustama monekero bara annoyed, osekero bakoketa mono. That is when they stammer more. One, you teach them on how to calm down.
Yeah,
they take their time. They pause. Then speak. Yes. So that you gather your thoughts. You have a sequence. And then you'll find that sometimes in my head what I'm thinking, ekerongo gekwana nabonko very fast and then I will meet some. That is also a fluency issue. Yes. It means I can now talk understanding in whatever. Because I'm so fast in saying it, or I'm so annoyed, I'm saying it very fast, or to understand. Yes.
Which therapy do these people get now?
Such
very extreme.
Yes.
It's very extreme.
What we do, we train you on how to lessen your triggers and now have a fluent voice and speak like a normal person. Yes. Yes.
For how long this therapy cover?
It is now a training.
Okay.
It is something that you have to learn. There are those who you'll find you'll give them a stressor ball. As they are speaking, wanafinya mpira.
What is that?
Mpira na rolito unalikia keroko rusiwa manyinga.
Okay.
Iliogo donate. Mpira to yoko kuja gukora iga manyinga arwa. Yes, the stressor ball.
Yeah.
Onya gofinya so that whatever emotions ya bwate shiagenda se umupira oira ni emotions yente okwana like any other normal person. With time you remove the stressor ball. Ikagera bono olani how to use how to control his emotions and speak fluently. And that akwana biyata gokogoma
because they don't know these things. That's why they were asking for you, because Montonaro to Twitter for the rest of their life they don't have help. Help anywhere.
Yes.
But when you're doing a help is there with the training. For how long? It depends.
It depends with each individual. It is okay. It takes time. Yes.
Yeah. I believe I could talk one topic about methods of speech and language therapy. One fluence.
Yes.
Which other one? Whatever.
Voice disorders.
Yes, voice disorders.
Voice disorders. Normally, you have overused your voice box, especially with a lot of energy and a lot of straining of the vocal cords. That is not what's supposed to happen. You're supposed to control your voice. Use your voice in a moderate way. Use it in that level, but that was training your vocal cords.
Okay.
Because with time, you'll find the overuse of vocal cords leading to loss of voice.
Oh.
When you shout too much, yendo na bantu bari bashabana na Gor Mahia. Lili bashout tu yamambya yo baumere na kyo kwa. Because they have overused their voice. And now you need also to take care of your vocal cords. How do you take care of your vocal cords?
But I can't celebrate so coolly. And that Shabana,
now that is where we are wrong.
Yes.
You can shout in a good way without using straining your vocal cords.
But in the morning, what is wrong with that?
That is affecting the vocal cords. You're injuring your vocal cords. They heal, they injure. They heal, they injure. At the end of the day, you're finding vocal cords are very affected. Go vibrate the way they are supposed to vibrate.
Yes.
So the other way of taking care of your vocal cords, no konyo amachari warm.
Okay.
Not cold, not hot, but warm water. Moderately warm water. You keep your vocal cords moist.
Yeah.
So that when you're talking, they don't dry up.
Okay.
Yes. And for those who have started having issues with their vocal cords, we do what we call voice rest.
Voice
rest. Voice rest na kariboli. Voice rest mbora wakwenda nyombo kirete fully for 2 weeks. If you need to communicate na babo Brighton, you write or you text.
Okay,
no phone calls. Nimbo na tengo challenge. Dara na kio orayo kore.
That one, do people do that?
Yes, they do.
To regain your voice?
Yes.
Yes.
Usa
another method.
Yes.
Is there another alternative?
There's no alternative. We have to get a voice rest. You get a voice rest, then we start now.
Bed rest.
Voice rest. Voice rest, especially when you are a mother.
No, you can't.
Imagine ningote voice rest and you are a mother.
No.
It is possible. Yes.
So voice disorder, fluency, that's 2 methods. Which other methods?
Language disorders.
Language disorders. What is the difference between speech and the language?
Speech ni ile yenye unaongea.
Yes.
Language is what you know. No maite Kibusi, no maite Kiswahili, no maite.
Okay.
Yes.
So ngoge Japan.
Yes, a language. A language, it is what you have learned. It is what you have gathered. And now, speech now, you are now voicing it out. You're saying it so that others can hear.
You go to a language first. Between speech and language language first.
You have to have a language. Okay. Last time I talk on the now got everything. Otari getie getabu kiao. Na kyo kusoma. Now in this sense, omwana ulia onyoriro. Onye ntokolika in her brain or in his brain. Ukirende toka ndia
nothing.
Ekero, let us use an example. Ekero omwana abwate issues no kuiwa. Amataye maybe abwate issues tari kunyara kuiwa. Okonyora nga mwana ta konyora na language. Ta kunyara go communicate. Ndivoko kozi chirabe bia. Lakini ta kunyara go kueleza na nataka hivi hama vile. Ikiagira taranyoro muntu kulike igeta. Yes.
So language therapy, whatever.
Disorder.
Nchiri chichi. Alafu tutara ndaga language disorders nchiri chichi and how to overcome them. Nkwamira nto engena bright whatever nki abana nki mo whatever it's mother tongue. Nki boto whatever father tongue. Ekiagara no mwana yumoki ni bona language I think yera sabana mono. Tuenzi bino tuetete tugai with that language.
No nyene ada na bako tora language issues ekiagara ekero kwanyorere stroke. Go to issues with your memory, with the way the muscles that give you how to communicate. We have muscles of communications or structures that we use in communication.
Yes.
If they are affected, you will not be able to communicate. Yes.
All right. So this language disorder,
for example, what articulation. By articulation, abagusi ngo twara issues na R na
L.
Yes. Ekero wakora L ngai kwabe ko oromemerwa
L. Igor. R. Sio ni juu lakini inashikilia style fulani.
Inashikilia na vibrate. Na kiokorera bana sikuzi ntomote ndekoro phonic sounds.
Yes.
Tukirito takorete mwate ndio A B C D.
A B C D.
Yes.
E F G H. It was just flat like that.
Yes. But now with phonics, ogo ekerogo kwana, you're doing tongue placements. Ekero teba it is at the center, at the middle. Teriko kunandons.
Yes.
It is just yes. Ekero kote you're using your
mouth,
your lips.
Yeah.
It is the tongue and it falls backwards. It touches up and it falls
down.
Yes. Speech na wako ende sukuru obo mwalimu wa CBC by the way.
Okay.
On a light note. Yes.
So that is language
articulation. Yes.
What happens somebody is not able?
Bono, you come, I train you now to do tongue placements. Yes, how you place your tongue is important.
Yeah, I was talking about something, language intervention.
nere you togo kora placements. How you place your tongue, how you put it, or how you make your lips, how you the movements that happen within the mouth when you produce the sounds.
What are some of the elements chiragero monto as you master the language therapy? What are some of the elements chirachangi monto as you go?
Ntobate tongue tie.
Okay.
A tongue tie, it is when your tongue, you'll find below the tongue, the frenulum. I hope I'm right. The frenulum has touched on the tongue in such a way that there is no tongue movement. There is restricted tongue movement. Yes. There is restricted tongue movement. When there is restricted tongue movement, there are sounds this child will not make. And that is why we do a cut on the when we have a tongue tie.
Okay.
Yes. Then we have avant the stroke. Avant the stroke, you'll find that their muscles are weak. So they cannot be able to hold the mouth the way it is supposed to, or the tongue, how they are supposed to roll the tongue, or how they are supposed to put their lips, then communicate. So you will have if this is the weakness of the right side, of the left side, you will find ya kwamba everything pulls to the left. And ukimwambia to say sounds like that need you to hold your lips together and then say it, they'll not be able to. Sound they'll not be able to. They will not be able to, because you need those lips.
Yeah.
And if the tongue has weaknesses, they'll not be able to say some sounds. We need our tongue, and there's a way it does. And then we have nostril sounds. If you have issues with the blocked nostrils, so those are some of the challenges. You're the one I think he has a speech.
It's a myths
and misconceptions.
Are you sure?
Yes. How does your tongue become? Explain
it. Jemima. You understand? Normally, yes.
It is articulation.
That's articulation?
Yes, it is an issue with articulation.
Not very...
And then sometimes our mother tongue also becomes another challenge when it comes to some words. Because you'll find in some communities, as we do not know difference between R and L, in some communities they have their own challenge.
Yeah.
You'll find like in Kamba, they use KY as CH.
Yeah.
Chalo. Yes.
Yeah, Chialo.
Yes. When as we read it as Chialo. When they read, it is Shalo.
Shalo.
So you see there's that mother tongue influence. It is also another challenge.
Okay.
And talk on your mother tongue. It goes with you everywhere. Yes.
We are learning. Unajua hii ni topic inahitaji tajriba. Topic yetagete abantu bani mama yetiko sento bana bagana speech and language therapist or pathologist yaya. That's why naende naligeti Madam Divina toraragamba atotebi gwete nga UNCBC anyenda by the way. Naraba authority ko Isibania border ko kana kumochera. Thank you so very much. Nare kuruka Peter Orenge. I was there watching from Busia border. Thank you so much Peter Orenge kuruka Busia border. Wakiri Vijeta TV na mashabiki yonsi wetu tunasikika mpaka pale Busia border. Thank you so very much. Umasa umweno permanent. Thank you very very much. Umasa wewe sumbiamono sana. Teresa Kemto mbiamono in the cloud nyakezi minkoro che kabisa. oyo litwa chagita mangana nurses ngoboli alenge daktari kero kende nkiye kogera nurses bagutiga omongino binasege kigitambe keraguche kuibura hiyo tulisema by the way lakini utamjibu nara wote bakuru kwa Felicia Satandi oyo ne listen yetu nande viewer yaito sana kwa United States of America awota which clinician factors should the SLT/SLP igonaki speech language therapist stroke speech language pathologist consider when assessing a linguistically diverse child. Inga which clinician factors minduki mokurigirire nubuna chi language therapist na pathologist to consider when assessing a linguistically diverse child. Okay, with Akoroko Felicia Satandi korochisa mocho United States of America as atulugiriti asemambi yabono kulinde gali giri botuko iwono mwanchu muligiri ya to kwanire goro ya methods and techniques chiri chi ko ligiri wasa mangana speech and language therapy omuntu na kya ukwane nkwana na kyo gwato kanonye na manganawo. How do you do that? Like to kwanira semambi yabono na Madam Divina Nyamweya yule speech and language pathologist kurwalese nyagitali nene ya Nyamira referral hospital tulinera sema mbia bono kwa mangana articulation therapy mangana language intervention mangana fluency mangana voice therapy okwanire amangana mangana nentogenderere paka ningaro social communication skills training ne karo cognitive communication therapy technique chiri chinyinge phonetic ilina totebia minimal pair approach and ebintu nebingira no gusoma guko ukatosoma sima mbia bono ulendo tara muiraniri oyo karere neri oyo karutwari ukwana mangana analysis egera tora ruoro atabanankie kwa analysis bagotuko mukungu obina aseke getambire ndinera ntu mombi kegera natagete richibu elio
ekero mongina kobina nebwate duration yae kero muntu nabwate process yae bara bari bakwenda into labor ba progress within a few minutes wakorere there those who take time but ekero or in that process monitoring mere gokoro a lot of monitoring is done ekero this monitoring is done ngo ikabara se batanga bona ya sinyere tiga to change and sometimes bari bakonyora what we call false labor. You might think it is labor but it is not labor. So what are those labor pains like nandicha disappear for maybe 2-3 days. We got no.
Okay.
It could be false labor.
All right.
So it all depends with each individual. Na what time ya chaka, how is the monitoring done?
Where is the whole process?
And dekero kwaru nyumba. How long konyora kwa goire through
that.
Igo ntoba abango de wange toko batika mwa vegeka. Ngento keri kwa ngerese kero wacho nyo kwa ikairo wande ngambone igati achaki. Njali nongo chakira kubalira. Onye tonte ngangwa chaki tekare kunyumba. Inchenko balira ali ase wakaraki.
At least one day.
As one day.
Oh, by the way, you've said exactly narenge na omnyekitali kuro kwa Cynthia kuro Ravina. I think rero kola tuturu murugari yubo bachano tuwa nirigoro ya pregnancy nekimusubate wonete kuerenda mpaka lya uchikuibora ebyo nsinamo bole tibatineri yabole ndako bakwalinge maiga twali kumutiga igo but ano kumochera chiko basa moja morago bantu waligirete safari yumusubate bwatraneti ebyo nsitwamo bole tie false labor yuna kwanerete andaga tebanga yani komanyumu ubusubate bole tumusubate yani ndo so mokole mobero musubate kare bwatraneti you can't radio kole akirende bya soko mweranelya narabo listwale ngasa mangana sisters to da mangana Nyamira banasmbali kogira au kolinga sister have you gotten your pay for April era kale ko bulinga ko yo musaro go wepiri je musaro wepiri cherole gocha mwakole tamangana yo aya Mary Nyabaro koroitibo Wednesday na abokire byandikirete ko rwa nyomba na agokire kigima eta TV yagerije twanyorero bosemi obuya. Thank you very much biyamana sana mungina Mary Nyabaro muligerito kuligereria lyoka ase omerobiri ito yonsi eno kumuchena ndagotanga daktari oyo gotwara memero gukira egeka watu kalingana lende rinto teba binto elements chiko irera omonto otwara delayed language disorder otwara language disorder ona ko boli montoraro nere ine metre ko montoraro otwara memero gukira
yun stammering iye ko banda fluency.
Okay,
ekerera nda fluency okonyora nga dilingo kwana ngo posinde nda correct the letters and the words manyango communicate koro kunga mental blocks.
Okay,
yes.
And what leads to abana bunabo matembali bakwiburu bale boyo bali stamara babwata mchando bunejo banyabanda yubikira yacha katika bira nkiko konyora kiabete
consider unknown.
Okay,
yes. So we tend to believe if we well trained,
yes,
this child will communicate muno mwana onde wensi hatapeana mazungumzo kama mtoto yoyote.
All right, you got there is hope.
Yes.
Kuminga mangana kia there is hope. Felicia's medo senkwa moiwa yabole mangana clinical factors. Mo consider bakara mo assess montoli.
Nkorigere litore cultural background.
Okay.
Nkorigere litore nakiare language proficiency ya nakiere. You look at that. Then nakia understand how is the understanding of this child or this person. Yes.
All right, ati ebintu binde bingi abayibuli nkitugwene to take into consideration because ekarotwara language comes very fast.
Yes.
Na ndabantu bate responsibility here na abayibuli na ende mono abayibuli abagina no na bagaka gakambara bako barubi bakonyara umwana egabako bachakulinda abanabo. So what are the key considerations so mubuli agwenerete ko put in mind so that I enable mwana ulia a develop language mapema? The last time kwa lenge wanta ti mwana miaka kuruma kwa mwaki 5 or 6 years, sorry. Oganda bigatia buno mwana gwenerete ko capture everything at the right time which you
your comment.
So what should we do then? Asa bibuli bali patamanye bakate mwana etigara kinete nyo muchanda ne nkwana mwana weke miaka 10 ko modo cha ko mube ko mucha ko kwanera.
Igante tangani.
Yes.
Ntubwena tetumanya na ki speech ndiye gochaka. Speech ndiye gochaka from conception. As we grow, as the pregnancy grows, the speech neronko nkonya wokinere. Because they say while they are in the stomach they are also listening. Abuno okaba songo maite batobwete.
Okay.
But when they listen to music or they talk to the child like noare, they communicate with the child all through.
Oh, my baby boy.
Yes.
Mommy loves you so much. You'll come home soon. I love you so much. Daddy loves you. Okay,
yes. Because already she's communicating with the child.
To the child.
She's understanding your voice. Or he's understanding your voice. Then we have stages that they follow through. The first sounds chirichiko koro kwanga kuhing. Yomana ago mumble around.
Atarama yaragini anatoa voice.
And then there is babbling at around 3 to 6 months.
Yes.
The out mama da 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 and mtoto amaotanga tata hotel. But they do not have meaning to those words.
You don't say. Those are
sounds they make. And at around 9 months to 1 year, they're now able to communicate in one word, lakini etari clear. Otari understand what it is.
Yeah.
At around 18 months, to around 24, 25 months, they are now able to communicate words, but they cannot make sentences that you can understand. At 24 months and above, they're now able to make sentences with 3 words. You see, our vocabulary is going as it is increasing, and we are becoming more fluent as we are going. Then at around 24 to 36 months, this is someone now who can make sentences, understandable sentences, and can understand emotions, can understand what it means, can take instructions. Then above 3 to 4 years, we are now able to make a sentence that has meaning, that is able to communicate what we want and how we want, and identify different things and group them.
Okay.
At 5 years, this is someone who has a good, if they are communicating, they communicate very well. They have, if it is English, they have good English. If it is Kiswahili, they have good Kiswahili. If it is Ekegusi, it is very fluent. Yes.
Umebulia wana tukumanyanga speech inaanza wakati mtoto ako ndani ya tumbo. Na akizaliwa,
let us when our childs are cooing or babbling, let us make words.
Okay.
Let us not coo back or babble back. Let us make words. Let us.
One of the baba na kama the baba.
Yes.
No.
You're supposed to now say, what is new? How is it? And it is like you're communicating. You're writing that book. The same way we were saying, if you do not write, then
you got some point
yes. And then we came up with what we call technology.
Yes.
Technology is good and it is also bad. Technology teaches our children good English, the American British English.
Okay,
But on the downside, for kids under 6 years, we lose our words. If today we learned, let's say for a child who is 1 year, today he learned about a cup. Tomorrow we watch a TV, that cup goes.
Oh yeah.
We learned about mommy. We watch TV, that mommy disappears. So screen is good, but at the same time, it is a disadvantage. It is an enemy of our children because it makes us lose our words and it makes us antisocial. And if we are antisocial, we not know how to communicate. Yes.
Wangirire maate songo tata. Wangirire songo maate pakara kumiri banaragia. Technology ningia and at some point nembe. Omwana takutwara that consistency. Atu mwana tatanyo kwa msomia kombe lero and mambi yake rolege kombe hiyo and mambi ndake role after 1 week ameshika kwamba this is a cup. Ekeneye kombe. Omacha kumintroduce na ndonye ni sani. Atu mwana kwa matebia kombe lero mambi kwa moro kiriko sene balloon. So you are confusing this child kabisa. Nani language ya yete go develop wrong buneta ke. So we will moroche as to go wrong as much as language therapy is concerned. It is not must to ganye Madam Divina cha goto tebiga. Era agotomenta kanga agotomenta nga if you are doing this and bona genda koraiga. Tali cha goto tenga wono mwana takero botenye na kwa bote for 1 week. Kiagera ntota bana baito bakini bali bia. So tolena Madam Divina Nyamweya are speech and language therapist or pathologist bali nyekitalia Nyamira County Referral Hospital era tubate maiga as a student okwanira iguru ya speech and language therapy methods kiaba chirororo ekero bakurigiria mangana ya speech and language therapy ekero tondera teiga kiregento ekero moko somi abaiboli moko somi abana konyorulenga challenges nchirororo. Challenges the language are very clear, the speech are very clear. There's some setbacks. Chiko musomo kino magega was able to be more according the energy more put it somewhere and when you're being dragged backwards. There's some setbacks as Karamanga talk which are those and how do you overcome them?
In challenge nane omwana we nayo kobera nere most of the time. Ose a client ikina yokobera nere inka most of the time. Ekero more inkaria muri gukora those exercises to kuba. Ekero koira na gocha twanyoranga we are still at the same level where we were before. Ntorasuka. Reason being, ekatwa chetenka, etata etumunetari nkomorora tuna next week. Yato ikaranse tokanye next week. Mwebanga in moreno umwana oyo goso muntu yo for the longest period, nande mubwenete mo communicate nere. Mubwenete mo kwane nere. Mubwenete mo make an environment conducive for them. But that is the time to we are looking. We are waiting next week. There will be no much improvement. I expect you to those assignments. Yes. What manga onye nago tetingo mwana yo kero kwendaka mukwanere mote ndeterege kombe ndetere sani ndeterege chiko next time bono gocho korunga ndeterege kombe in single mote ndeterege kombe nesani ore na kyo behave ore na korentere sani kombe usa korenta different things. And sometimes we forget to write our books. Twagendanga nande toikaranza. Ndiriko gamba na mwana oyo. Ndiriko mwereza nga ntebingo nkikwarora. Ere nago tebi one word. But kwa mwira Maria tarenga atano. But one kero kirete you're on your phone, one on a screen, then it means we are not communicating. We are not communicating. We are not. We are not giving this child time. Anyore, those words then anyare go communicate back to us. Yes. And again to kende anene mono na inde toko chatwa anyore challenge neringa. Umaite unabana. Onyemba ko where they interact with other children. Mbakunyara kumanya how to communicate. Yeah, sure. Ekiagera inchireringo chiesa no mwana oyo is one way of communicating. Ekiagera gendongere tokuruka turn taking. Ekera toko kwana ingo kwana na pose wa kwana. That is turn taking. Ekera toko chesa umupira, there is something we do like turn taking. Yes. Ngo kwera linde ande kwa kwangere back. Onye nero erop tware ngo skip and skip your turn will come. Yes. There is that turn taking. Yes. Mbaraga nyoranga abekere to mwana isolation. Wana ndete chesa na bana get, so that is dangerous. Kila bana ba ko unite ba ko soreriamo, it is even easier. Ono mwana go kwana bwangu. Otherwise yoko sikiroka bana the last time one everything it delays even the speech mwana kunyoro mwana ali miaka 5 kama yetego kwanza nobuli kuminga bantu gero mwana bona misconception echina na myths chaba ono mwana gututura myths nchiroranga ngene mbura ya matonyera temono. Is that really true? Myths and conceptions. Otobeto mwana mbura yanga atatonyera umono nje nimeguru nikisikia mama akisema hivi. Myths and misconceptions. It is our responsibility. But you know, it is one way of telling you this child will get a flu and their voice will go if they cough too much. I have my cousin, his name is Tony. But tuanyorenga language and speech inaanza na wazazi. Yes. Practice the stirichi when letako korobija mwana mokwanere. Tiko mwana ala ninga umwibuli waenda kiari. Yes. Let all emotions. So you know what do that. And I want to make something very clear. For example, nyore na kwanire nga na bone tentebe pool, nateba pool. Most will laugh. What will happen to me? What will happen to my self-esteem? It will go low. This wasn't good. Yes. I messed up. That is the same thing with the children. Ekero agokwana a wrong word. I repeat the same way, you're killing the self-esteem of this child. You'll find he has fear of communicating to you because you keep on correcting or repeating the way he says it or she says it. So what you're supposed to do, Neringa, amesema gap badala ya cup. You say, cup ile ni yangu ama ile ni kikombe yangu. You get? You do not repeat the way amesema. You use it in different situations, in different ways to make this child know it is a cup, not the other way. The sound cool has to come out well.
Wow, we are the teachers.
You are the teachers. You are the same people who are making this child have low self-esteem and not want to practice. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Madam Divina. Naro gutokwane ata nambukiete Sara ni Lilian Mogaka, the Otoma family, Rebecca tukondani na sistangu Celestine na mtoto wake Kimberly na mama yangu Isabella Mogaka. Tunakupenda sana. Tunakupenda sana pia. Asante kwa kutuangalia the Mogaka the Otoma family. Pia wana sana wakwani kabisa ya Rebecca, Celestine, Kimberly, Isabella Mogaka, tunawapenda sana mbia mwana sana sokuligerelia. Divina Morago sotu muguranga watabanga very interesting topic about speech and language therapy. Amaena Bible, we have a big role in making our children learn even more. Toga nyato chikoba irajinya gitalia se experts. Asante sana. Lydia Nyaboke, asante. Akotanga mwana mtusara ninkuligere tuko chisomo chia igare pamoja na mgeni wetu msalimia ndani ya studio. Asante sana. Abo ngati yabali bago tomachi jumbe kuchakika se studio sema mbia bono uligeretie tati biboro kwa kusekara to kwande ya speech and language therapy ase emambi ya bono kayo to ligereti korwa no bwate iboli jinde kuchakika ase studio kero togendereteiga eno kumochera ota daktari asante asobo semyo bya kigima nigo nanyolije obasemyo bya pia bono sana otebire daktari what causes no ntaragenda gabo Felicia Satandi olioboli ataba I meant that those are factors that help to differentiate between a true communication disorder and language differences arising from bilingualism.
Bilingualism.
Hii wewe ndio utasoma hii alafu mjibu. Huyu Felicia Satan. Hiyo kizungu ni ya madaktari. Anatuangalia kutoka United States of America pale. Kwa ringia minute. Yes. Mwacho muligerelia genderera gutubwate bono ekero mukubulia maswali ino asemambia bono mmechangamkia topic kiagera igere very rare tiana gukwanirwa nigo togocha twa kwanira igoro ya togocha tokwanira igoro ya malaria, igoro ya diabetes, igoro ya marwire mbalimbali lakini tweba nga speech and language therapy ne bwenerete nono muntu gukwana burongeiga no muntu kukwana esoke, that's a therapy. You must have some lessons, you must have some skills. Awe ikatobe macho buna daktari atebire ase emambia bona gotebanga we have a full responsibility abarumbara buna experts ase emambia bono. Thank you so much my brother Felicia Satandi all the way from Marekani na eno kumachana watanga daktari. What causes this speech therapy? Kero kenda abana mbale ba koira egeka ukwanekero bayiboirwe paka ocha gutaboboka ukwanekere imyaka yetanire muchando kyoyo. I think ituliongelelea lakini mbona igasoire. Once a teacher always a teacher.
Ego ntokeragere umwana adile ukwana.
Yes.
Ni into totally korika our books, our brains.
Yes.
Totally go communicate na abana. In the keratobaite, a lot of these gadgets, they also delay our speech. And what issues with our hearing, we'll have delay in speech. So we have to be very alert and very keen, especially when it comes to abana bari maybe babwate issues with hearing. Okonyoro mwanare a silent baby. ali atoi sauti, you never understand what is happening. So you are very happy if you find your baby is silent,
yes,
especially when we are at the stage you are cooing and babbling,
yes,
onion tora make those sounds, you need to be worried. Yes, because that tells you we are having issues with either our speech or with our hearing. Yes.
Kara mwana akira tego se daktari tumatenga chumwana na wadeli tosi kuna namawe kabulirega ubande chiro the whole day manya kuira na mwana tali kolera mwana tali gukora kende gyonsi. What do I need to worry about? Nando mwana igo igangete chinga kisire raisi nkikerabe if I don't take action, it means what am I risking?
It means we'll have a delay in speech. Again, we will not know our hearing. Where is it at?
Okay.
Or you make sounds, you close the door, and the child doesn't turn. When they're at those ages of 0 to 6 months, when they've started turning their heads, they don't turn their head. Yes, and they don't follow those sounds.
Yes.
It means we are not hearing you. There is a problem somewhere. And we need to work on our problem. Yes, as early as possible, so that if it is assessment, we do it and know where is our hearing level.
Yes.
Correct. We'll say it is profound.
Okay.
Correct. But if it's something we can correct, we can. Yes.
Oranyoro mano yakirete umebuli na wari mano na babo abesoko twara muchanda autism because umebuli oli chita last time na era tebetenga mwana tara okora bintu gete bibone to corona nekera ringi myakeri abana babone to okora bintu gete.
It will all depend.
Okay.
A diagnosis ya autism, it is well made at 2 years.
Okay. Oh.
Because that is when a child is able to do a lot, able to communicate, able to show his behavior.
Yes.
And his character and his development. That is when it is more profound. Okay. That is when you can pinpoint where the
problem is.
Yes.
Wow. It's very critical, my friends. Our brother Felicia Satande from Diaspora, United States of America, you answered it correctly. Daktari on point. Thank you very much. Daktari karokendo already ndokera speech and language therapy. I mean disorders. Already.
Yes and no.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll say yes and no because when it is a known cause, you do not know where to pinpoint it from. So we will say yes and no.
Yes and no. Right, we get you. Biamono sana. The topic is very interesting. And what to mera chijumbe gali asense mo SMS abangi kigima indoche nyabuto tabirengo kwanya maiga mange utatali getia sarukorwa naro likire message ntambi sana watanga asante sana daktari ase ogotomanya mange ase studio yako kwa moleka kwa chinse mo cha mangere awataba enjoying the show mwana mtosara mangeranga seito hata mwana mtosara na kuona sana kwa kile bya awataba tuko pamoja kwa chinse mo chiri chanya nderema bya mwana sana asante sana soko leta mugeni ase studio otomanyo bosemia iguru ya speech and language therapy tuyasomiria mange. We need to go back to the drawing board. Asante sana basabali mo tomachi jumbe mwensi pia sema bya bono na rasa sema ya Facebook no to live tinda rasa sema ya YouTube manyenga mbarabya banganchire daktari ngenda YouTube ase obwango ndolenga gose abaminto mbatulgire tukorwara rikyagara no to YouTube live ase emambi ya bono go endelea kutufuatilia tukwaniranga na yengencho ase emambi ya bono Proegeta TV oburabu bwagusi. Lilian Mogaka sister in law to Rebecca Utoma nauliza mtoto Kimberly mtoto wangu along ali na mwaka nini ilifanyika akaanza kuongea mapema. Oh, yonero boliraki. Lilian Mogaka. Thank you so much sister in law to Rebecca Utoma. Rebecca is my aunt by the way. Msalimie sana. Akamwona mwana ya Kimberly alianza kuongea mapema sana. kawato acha to kwa na garo mosiri ni boso no mwaka ya matanga nkike kiagerta cha kukwana mapema
wiroto na wabu tuliandika kitabu
baweneta ko kabisa
aweneta ako kiagera that is a plus
that's a plus ya somwana Thank you so much. Mbia mono sana. Mwacho mlienda tuenda somo tupoko tunaenda si director na vini murianga si studio na tulema dukani kidogo. Tukwenda tutoe chideka chinke, we call it a day. Tukwira na ndokora kodena maboli alino makeiga about speech and language therapy. Asibali mwate mireko boli mwirane ligo tunashukuru sana. Madam nachiko tomentera kende tutamanye trende overview ngima egere tukole. Tukokora kurwabo ni maboli nalo cha mtandao yali getamangana yokwenda na bitambabyo bachenu I don't know what is it. Of course, if the people bachana baswati abange usabiseka abange, they are going without them. Abane bali kwa na school. Ando type what is up? What is cooking? Ngaiba ko ire bitamba ebi and what are they preparing for? Ego bantu besoko suka to kwera na chideka chinke chiribosyo ndo chikokolera for the second and the last time I get that TV barabo wabusi. To besoko suka ngwera na tole asegekegeke kiribosyo.
TV Oborabu Wagusi Ine Nogane tego chaka go sekugari yobo tugi bwechingoko Engoko company ni go tego chakire bicucu bibirengo byigoro mono biri tukelimo ebyo byire chanjo bitari go chandwa namarwaire broilers echo chigo kina bwango gwe kilo nenusu asa matuke 30 layers chikubeka magena gweka 330 aso mwaka amagena yokoria ale fresh emesaro ya improved kienyeji buna saso broilers na rainbow roasters cyose aso kubeka magena boigo enyama nechitwa nigo chigo isarera konyenya asemetienyi itatuyoka na gweka chikiro gwetani ibere nenusu asemetienyi tato boigo mabuati bicucu bya improved kienyeji byomotenyo yomo amonendagira ao jechingoko nimito byuchirageria buna feeders na drinkers asamange batarira bisichabo imeyo muchobo songo mwa Mutumbi Plaza mbarabara na main stage yechigali gose bakiresime ase namba 0710831806 gose website ya www.engoko.com Engoko amonaye asobotuge. Nuga nizikonyore mashini yekerero yogosona chianga gose gosibya Kigali bono Gusi Star Shop nalyo lichiburyago nigo bwate chimashini buna bono pusho mill machines, generators, car wash machines, submersible pumps, gasoline water pumps, compressors, welding machines, lawn mowers and brush cutters, workshop tools and machines buna bono grinders, drills, circular saws, demolition breakers, batteries amonebi ndewinge nigo babwate qualified staff member bago ko manyigoro ye machine ya oraganie nigo bago tuka Kisi Town Gusi Plaza room number 6 boiko babu atorosagironde angena Family Bank asamange bakire simiase namba 0731 224000 gose 0796 477853 Gusi Star Shop, a total one-stop tools station.
Karibu Harken Academy Kisi, shule ya kisasa ya bweni na kutwa kwa wavulana na wasichana inayopeana masomo ya CBC kuanzia preschool, primary na junior secondary. Iko na mazingira matulivu, walimu waliohitimu na wa kutosha, maktaba ya kisasa, mahabara ya kompyuta na sayansi, madarasa na mabweni ya kisasa, mahali pa wanafunzi kujifurahisha na pia wanakuza talanta na kutia fora katika michezo mbalimbali. Vile vile wana usafiri wa kutosha. Kupata nafasi ya mwanao, watembelea Riatwenya, kilomita 2 kutoka mji wa Kisii, barabara ya Kisii Marani, au piga simu nambari 0755331318. Hurricane Academy, the future is here.
ina kwabere gukurigia chibel sha mitumba ao asaligo liora nyare kuikeria mama tefi mitumba neduka emba ukegima asomo chobosongo ya chirenkuma asokonya bells ao asaligo liora nyare kuikeria mabwate bunabono jackets, school bags, mixed bags, hoodies, baby light, house towels, ibikoro tubyabana kwikabanta bane, curtains amone bindebinge. Inyora, ibyonsi niko birase kerengo kya grade 1 kuruchise cha Canada, UK, USA amona China. Boigo, nkorobara mayigiri yogo chase bali batagetigo cha bakoro bonchoreria bwa mitumba. Niko bagotuka Kisii Town Imperial Building, ground floor opposite St. Jude's Building.
Karibu mama tefi mitumba, emisigo yaitogere misigo grade 1. Imesigo remia na ndi mesigo tokwana na siligo lilirense sana. Ekaroro magani kunyara tole kwa mafundisho ngana kiwone to chake biashara bya mitumba. Naenda abange siko gali nkwebuli balenga nimbwate bibesa bikeigo nkinda nyare ko bagingo kora. Wakali bishiro asema matefi mitumba. Oti ni chibesa chiriyo bwate. Elinde tunyare ko batowe karansa. Tunyare ko manyanga musigo kyota kere ko bagogo chakera. Oyoro muya ligoli lili kasi chiriyo bwate. Igobono kera nyare kana ngano bwate chiribusano elibusita tuikaransa nkali ko bolinga inkina akore.
Asamange bakire simiase namba 0727081605 gose 0727574835 niko bakwigora amatukonse jeiki mama tefi mitumba obokoryo bya bwa mitumba origene.
Etaya TV Oborabu Wagusi.
Naende mwanchemo ligerelia tere ndikorwasi umotimoko tobati deka chinke sana gere we call it a day semambia bono tonena daktari Divina Nyamweya korwale sinyekali ya Nyamira County Referral Hospital wali megiga to kwa negoro ya speech and language therapy to arojenga which practices muna bible bogwene tego kora so that they take care of their children ekiagere language yekoba developed mapema lumwana aro moke daktari atebete within 0 to 6 years umwana wika anyare go comprehend umwana wika manyankia gukwana so that kogendera guchigoro na bakulani bintu binde so toire challenge bina bible na kitugwana to chesa na abana ya usiekerera abana utakitu mwana abe clean always tutati mwana tiringe then you are bringing up umuntu otali burunge umwana tigagenda go solina abana bande achafuke ngokwana ale nkomotichora bale nkomotinora bale so that umwana nyoro gocho twale shida yogo taiwa oyo ndo mwakire ryo gocho gotoime konyara ngomwana obeiribia bana batogukinia bana kwanyara ngochiro twale rotism mwana obeire lichara mwana obeire iko wakuminga nkikiabete bandogero mwana no it is as parents to what responsibility na ndo tutabire type methods of speech and language therapy bintu bunebyo barabubuna experts na babago konyo monto gotutura abakuna kokorwa masoesi ate bana bago kunaga pira getega bana kalito kuna tito kupimwa birito korwa manyinga birangara libyana kwenda bukwanyaro monto ochakiro ukwana buya. That's what we are discussing asema mbia bona but ndo chinga to exhaust kila kitu exact medicine to tigaliti na ndikenda asamangana a speech and language therapy wikira boni
egento to tigaliti ngerigote banga tiga torike bitabu bito tiga tobe active go interact na bana baito erinde ba understand and a challenge asomosi
Yeah.
a language itongo sirere a reason nereri ntori kuyetumya mo.
Yeah, well, you're not embracing it.
We are not embracing it. Inko chanarigereria baikoyo na bagere. Have you realized thing about who ebago tumia their language,
Their mother tongue.
their mother tongue kera asasi bari babe America, babe Kenya, babe Arari ebago tumia a language yabo. Igo no mugusi tigango to embrace our language.
Ntubona nalio kwenda Nairobi kwa Kigusi na bigoroje mugusi omino lakini amotati natai wait tatati wazo shit nayo kabongo kwa ndole Kigusi. That's what we tell them nga abana baitu kibara bake, let us teach them the omuntu wetu eyendege songe Kiswahili ge French atasoma hapa juu lakini liaro moke muigeki to embrace Kigusi Kiswahili
Ekiagera ekero ore obwate so many languages temine tinga mwana ori tako soma.
Yes,
these other languages gendo rigererio mwana ori less than 5 years omonyora si abagere bare asomo ikoyare bakubwate language and still wasoma Kizungu and wasoma Kiswahili.
Yes.
And baba fluent in all these languages. Why? Ekiagera their brain is free na beko bwata keregento igotiga totumie our books in the right way.
all right. Biamana sana, whatever. Good morning, ma'am. I'm enjoying the teachings from my dearest Divina. I've learned a lot on how to train my baby girl. Salimia yeye sana. Anaitwa Wendy. You know Wendy?
Yes.
Wendy.
Thank you,
is
Wendy.
watching. Wendy, thank you very much for watching. Whatever maigeli ya yabono teachikona ko kosarelio mwana kairolire gentoto orochikete kwa sense gekwana bya so that you mwana gekwana burungi. Na wewe gekwana wechabune kelimboto mwana atajifunza hivyo hivyo.
Yes.
Mwana wana bagona kwa there is no language so koromo no there is no speech. Iko no mwachu muligelia yote 9:10 ni tiga to embrace our language tatoigelia bana baito in the right manner bakine burungi. Karoto wangu chukora madama Divina. Naro chuko asumtandao kuna koteba nkwana na mole chipad. Is it menstrual day? Kirira na kintawa ntanyoletiga se calendar.
On 28th May of this 28th May is normally menstrual hygiene day.
Yes.
And on that day we are supposed to talk about pads and menstruation and how to be clean on keroenga kiria.
Yeah,
Yes.
Oh, nkibono to come out of that because we cannot be always celebrating menstrual hygiene. Last year I remember I did it and na bwate abageniga wato mwaziri bobo chenu by then ulenge bono kose abasaba chenu bali balengiga.
Yes.
Tukateba mwachire bono iga mwateberenge kerenge kyo mwakoyo we want abana batwale parts we want abasacha ba play a role in helping these women and the young girls and kabatenga come next year
to the washrooms, okonyora babikire pads.
Chiralia.
If you do not have,
yes, yes.
But us, break at that level. For example, I pads ya market. Do you think I'll go back joining Chinyoro?
No.
There's someone who
not even journey. They catch the kaisa to either so kaisiko. Akuna.
That tells you what? Doraba responsible. We have not become our neighbor's friend.
Yes.
Or we do not love our neighbor enough for us to live for them also. So we need to learn on how to be responsible for our neighbor, to take care of our neighbor, to love our neighbor enough that I can pick one, use, and leave others
for the rest
for the next person. With that issue, there's someone else who is coming after you. Let us be our neighbor, keeper. Yes. And or our brother's keeper, sorry.
Very nice. In this statement, yabantu tigatochara ni umuntu zakubike yentaigwa no kwaburi yours.
Yes.
Otara manyanga umuntu nandengana chimagega yawo kwabwa nayo bikugwatata eshideyo. But we are very far behind. No gwada bachinse chinde, that is yani yune a requirement. Anyene school kwagenda no chire school. Yes, chi nyumba chibo chabanyaruka. As working places asande they're there. Asta kwa bao korona wanyo muntu samanyete ochirali okonyekire, but we are far much back to taraikira nibindebi. Do you think even the men voice osaba abasachira barabo ba played their role in here as so advocate for abana banyaruka banyora these parts? Are they coming out as men? Ose barabo matemna baraba Africa is on victory.
I think we are growing.
Yes.
People are talking about it. And I would like to encourage each one of us. Let us embrace this. Let us help our sisters to grow. Because the moment I come to school, she has missed a lot. For that one day, it is a lot.
Yeah.
Yes.
Gura uchitortora merena breto nigago tanga na ende to baswati nintu na ende out for example karoto tabanga osino women de purwa ebitambe byo bachemtu ire to chugo or distribute abanyaranda baswati wala jirba box no ibere wagachire lakini baisoko ine corporate men abasacha bayagu aroba kwanda bayana na pipa kabiera because wanataka kupeana lakini wanawake atatoa kidogo kwanza aweke. Do you think it's now time when you live in the viacha hivyo we give men na some few ladies baba ira baba kibapata inwena because they don't steal?
You know, when you join hands it is easier. Enge kerubwate ebite bingamo utaite kubuna nonyare kubibuna batekere kerekamo
headache,
you can easily break it. Tafakari ya babu.
Yawana sana kwa Mary Nyabaro na ndu iranire atanga daktari okwandire bija asibali bakoigwa nagokora wakwandire bya asibali bakoigwa nagokora ando tabiringo kwaniga. Asante sana mongina Mary Nyabaro kurochinse muchicha itibo 1 SDA awatanga na turigirete bya simambi yabono karotorangu chokoro kigima metiko sentenare tu atigiriskase ensamo ye SMS karakoro to chokoro tudamaliza anabora nyarondi naro tukaligosiekera otomere ujumbe tutakaye rochi tigatoyirigererie anyekerororo we read it. Asante sana. Msolibuga susu ameingia 2 minutes ago anasema anafurahia kuligererio murubulia semambia bono abona sensemo ya Facebook page bona eta TV YouTube na toleta TV ambako mnyakari tutumira ujumbe ya semambia bono SMS ntuigorete kabisa orucha bande no bakolika ko roto na daktari Divina Nyamweya amangana a speech and the language therapist na rotware gukwanira sobwa garuma nchumuligereria egara bono turange gukura karotwa ruranga tigatuka mangana hygiene abantu bakagetenga ekaro muswati agwetera matukaria usira bono mboyo yani people yani montamanya nga you are going through that hata hawezi kaa karibu na wewe. Still kuna stigma up to now. Stigma taliere asantu bare ni nyamoreo stigma taliere na abantu bali bande bagotera makonga ao even ekoromusubati around those say amatukayo there is stigma at school. Nyomwana ikaranstiga he will wait bagabana once bagenda because takunyara koimoka abega sana barabo they will mock her, they will scold her, they will charge her na kibwene te cover, especially to these other male counterparts. I believe kibwene to kumanya because hii sio ni sikupenda kwetu.
Nande mboli kuambukira.
Nande mboli kuambukira taliburwaire.
It is a normal process. It
normal,
is a normal process. Biology of every person. I believe be a woman of a woman. If I sing a quiet resting, let me cover you, but not expose you.
Okay.
If I see that there's a stain on your dress, I need to tap you and tell you, doi kitamba, umeharibu, we go change. You get? It is better, and it makes you feel comfortable. But the moment I look at it and I tap someone next to me and say, look at that. I tap the next person and tell them, look at that. Then we are not doing the right thing.
Okay.
Let us be our self-protectors. Let our men also tell us when they see such a stain, you have a stain.
Nini mbaya na wewe?
Yes, kindly go check. And it will be better. Because it is normal, it is happening. And sometimes when you miss that period, it means there are no children. There will not be children.
You mean?
Because if you miss completely, you have never had that menses from the beginning. It means in the future you will not have children. Because now there is that ovulation, there is that menses, it tells you you are a normal woman. But if it's not there, then you feel like less of a woman. So let us embrace menstruation, because it is a product, or it is a beginning of a good product in the future. Yes.
And what do we expect this year? What will we expect new so that we say this year imekuwa vizuri, there's some milestones, there's some achievements. I'll call you here black and white. As someone saying you are a lady, we are ladies, we know what we go through.
Yes.
That's why so what do we expect?
This year, as True Care Initiative, we are going to do pads to get into the deaf school. How many of us have ever wondered how the deaf live?
Yeah, by the way.
Have we ever done inclusivity? Normally, we talk about pads, we talk to these other public schools, but we have never done it. So as True Care Initiative, we thought of it like, it is a good time to also do it to the deaf. And that is why, as True Care Initiative, we are asking or requesting people to give us pads, so that we can take to these children at Yanchere Deaf School on the 28th of this month. Yes.
All right. So you're spreading you're spreading
yes.
Because when a lady is in that bad, she's very comfortable
and she'll go to class.
And she'll go to class and
become a person in the future.
Yes. Thank you very much, Divina Nyamweya. Ase ukora kwa wakunere binte bingi sana na tunashukuru sana. That's why we need to be all round. Ndole kwa grounded only as a speech and language therapy. Don't worry kwa nene real nge body. Nyere tocha keretena ses to kachi body bono ya speech and language therapy. To mnyere wukuli re conclusion yeto ya mangana a menstrual hygiene wang nyolinga se calendar ya wachano wachikaletare 28. Yes. Kwenye tenda aligiri kabo. I don't know how I was, but thanks for reminding us. I think the tokora was one your parting shot, as we call it a day.
tiga turike gitabu tiga tukwane n'abana tiga bacheze, even if they come back bara bachafu utaosha nguo utamuosha but whatever atakuwa amesoma ataka nayo it will be of good interest to this child. And also let us celebrate with others on the 28th for the menstrual hygiene day. Let us give our girls the self-esteem, the empowerment to be able to sit through a class without the laughing of others and keep a girl child in class. Thank you.
All right. Bia mwana sana baba wakwana magana mayanga tigatusirane language and speech therapy kwa igura baibuli mnatuwa kwane tekurumambia na tebete tigatoso na bana baitu tigato identify on time onye problem kerororo abana botwa virus experts mapema banyoro bokonyi to choko realize later on ekero damage ya bere ya chira tambi konyarango mwana takonyara bokonyi baraziti stands obokonyi mborororo as experts ba language and speech therapy as a baibuli it is our role tukini abana baitu tulibya no mbali bakinire batige twese ngenjo y'abantu batamanyete antongo tutura bale abantu ngo take bali time watoka marieta they are always here, they're experts on the same moko baira sibale so that banyora bokonyi ngora therapy ero nitakeire ero no muntu bunege to koro iro therapy gali okorerwa magana physiotherapy ali pa ku muntu tarabya pa kwa ku mupira kane nkwanera chesinye. So don't lose hope, just carry on, be patient na ndeka babantaba tutukolera basobono mwachomolelia kwa niaba ya abaminto the entire breakfast crew Ven Moliango kora sense mwende studio, Franklin Mayunga kora sense mwe camera na mzee wa kazi nere Brighton Makoli Twin Empire tokubatara numero buli kora saa 12 ya kira lituko mpaka saa 4 kero chigo tigara chidekanga iko mchirage saa 4 no tugukoleraga bomoro bana tugwakanga mbya bana botambe asoko bamo na intumuligerelia tetugwakerenga mbya bana ya bene onye tali aye kangalinde naki ndokonyara ko bayintitweka esingi chitokwerera ni botambe tenya sabalinde nya sabasisi na ndabalinde wikali tukuli yanke Jumatano yatoche kumera na as sector yetisemi osebuna tora arobelie nchamo na twinimba ya somoro buli kweta ya breakfast show botambe aswali mwa contribute somoro buli twaboli galia eta ya breakfast show engagement tunashukuru sana aende ankyo tigatumirane nyasao yura kini nyoranga karotogokora abaminto Diana kwamboka Gisoi amo na Seras Aziz ngocha bali asembeo asumuru buli kwana netaya na baro babwatirege tegabo mpaka chinsi sana na ibereka na mochukumira na mzee wa kazi Brighton Makoli asemesa yamaya tumira nende ankyo enereta TV oborabu bwagusi.